today's weekend edition. I'm super excited. I have all my stuff out. I get to figure out what we're gonna do in our sketchbook today. I have my favorites. My Derwent Inktense pencil. My mild liner. Don't know if we're gonna get to those. Some Ink Joys, a Micron. My Pentel water brushes. And then the just good old solid workhorse. So let us get going. Hopefully everybody's had a really nice weekend. I'm gonna adjust my camera here just a minute. It's gonna get a little crazy. I just don't like what's happening, so bear with me just a second. All right, that's a little better. It'll last everything over here. There we go, it's a little nicer. So as you know, can probably tell, I've been doing these weekend edition drawings for a little bit, and I love them. I'm having so much fun showing up every weekend and just working in my sketchbook with everyone. But I'm still trying to figure out some of the tech stuff, and it doesn't seem that hard, and really, truly it isn't, but every once in a while it kind of gets away from me. So let us get to all of that. So put all my materials out. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. So I have a little space right here in my sketchbook to work. And if you've got some good music playing, highly encourage you. Get your favorite music going. Create a nice studio vibe. Just kind of get a real good space for you, for yourself. Let's see if anybody here decides about anything you'd like to add to the chat. Please, please, please. Let me know, but welcome everyone. So we figure out what on earth to draw today. I think might go with some of my good old usual. I don't know, I think I'm feeling fish today. Something kind of fun. And a good old little shrimpy. So I've got this guy here.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
My Alexa just went off for reasons unknown. That's weird. If anybody heard that. So I've got my number 2 pencil here, and I've got my sketchbook. It can handle a whole lot of stuff, so. All right, let's get to it. When I start working, and just start going into it, knowing it's like my eraser is going to be just as much of a drawing tool as my pencil is. So if I don't like where something is, I just move it. And so we're going to be working on a shrimp today. Make sure I got my section set. Shrimp are one of those things, they're like sneaky hard to draw. They just have all these little feet and these little pieces to them. But just keep it loose. You're here hanging out. It's Sunday. Gonna get to actually get these guys a little longer. And this is where we get to get some flair, and he's gonna start looking a little bit more shrimp-like. I find when I draw my shrimp and I've got these quick lines, I'm not too worried about a lot of things. And some, it is eye. At the top, but I kind of move down. Maybe this midsection all too. Not enough curve into dude. So I said today we've got the shrimp, and the shrimp you have your main section here. First kind of section, then you got to get that tail to sort of curve around. And another little piece. Make this a little smaller if you're kind of drawing along, because you want that shrimp to look like he's got like a C curve to him. And then I'm gonna start getting his tail rolling. And then you've got his little like frills here. They're like, it's like a tail, but not. If you've ever picked up shrimp or had like a shrimp tail, this is the part that right here is where we kind of pick up and eat. So this guy here, I'm gonna get his little feet going. He's gonna start looking a little more shrimp-like here in just a minute. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions of what they think. Hi everybody. Hi Marcus. Hi Lila. Thank you for the compliment. Jumper 1294. Hi. I like what you've got going on, what you're saying. Thanks. I'm not quite sure I understand it, but it's probably funny. That's on me. But hey everybody, well, thanks for coming in, joining me on the Come Draw With Me weekend edition as I work in my sketchbook and try to come up with this new illustration. Today I'm working on a shrimp, trying to get him kind of figured out, see if I can get, I don't know, just some interesting stuff going on. So I've got his kind of frills, I've got the little kind of pinchy part here that we work on. Now I'm going to start working on kind of some of these fragments, these segments a little bit, and some sketching so that he's got a better shrimp vibe to him and a little bit more personality and character. And one of those things that with every drawing that I do, with every illustration, this is one of the things I tell my students also, is that lighting and value is non-negotiable. You've got to have it on there. It's going to take a work that's pretty good to a work that's like, holy crap, that's amazing. and all it has to do is with shading. It's a game changer. So you always got to add that. But again, thank you to everybody. I love kind of jumping on a live draw and just seeing everybody show up and come draw with me. Remember to subscribe to the channel. That way you can get alerted to weekend draws and on Friday posts of different in-progress works or studio time or different fun comings and goings. But on the weekend, I like to open up my sketchbook and then just start drawing. I said this right here, I've got just the good old number 2 pencil. Something that everybody should have, really super easy to get to. There are a lot of different types of pencils out there and a lot of different ranges of graphite. Sometimes I just like to keep it simple, use like a number 2. So a number 2 pencil is an HB. If you get something really like a typical drawing pencil, you're going to want to look for something like that. For example, this is a 2H here, and this is just a Kimberly General pencil. This is going to give me a lighter value. So if I want to shade, but I want my tones to be on the lighter side of things, my 2H is never going to get super, super dark. It'll give me a nice mid tone to work with. But I like this guy. And as I'm going through, one of the things that, you know, just remember when you're working, don't press too hard because you're going to be moving things, adjusting and getting lines where you want them to go. So again, this is our little run here. And if anybody's got any idea for a name, toss them out. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the website and subscribe to the newsletter if you want to get discounts and just general musings about different thoughts, ideas, working in your studio, coffee, stuff like that. So one of the things I really, really do love is I love a good latte. They show up in my channel and my work. Give everybody a quick opportunity to I have this guy singing a little bit. It'll be fun. Usually all my shrimps have their mouths closed. I'm gonna give this guy. He's happy. He's singing. It's Sunday. His favorite songs are going on. So we had some music playing at the very beginning, but lost that. So next week we'll have to look on how to get some music. So we've got that kind of playing, but hopefully you've got your own music. If not, this is just some weird PBS ASMR situation. And shrimpies have tons of little feet, so I can this prawn a bunch of little feet so that I just kind of like to quickly kind of make them the legs a little off. Got this pair. He needs another one for his other side. If not, poor dude's gonna walk around like he just lost a leg, and we can't have that going for our super happy prawn. Draw where his little light source is gonna end up. Remember I said at the very beginning, no matter what, you want to make sure you've got some sort of light source going on. Okay, let's color him. All right, so happy day and welcome to everybody who's just now jumping on. It's really cool seeing everybody here on this episode of, I guess, my weekend edition of Come Draw With Me. We're drawing a shrimp or a prawn. Somebody in the comment section helped me out with the difference. I'm not quite sure. A prawn is bigger and more beefy than a shrimp. But yeah, if somebody here knows, pop that in the comment section and be like, girl, here's your info you need. But yeah, just kind of like nice little happy guy with some hair. Here, get him a little bit more of a singing mouth. I guess now he's scared. Anyway, we'll let it go. I move stuff all the time. I'm not real happy with its little frillies here. But remember, when we're working on our sketchbook, you can erase, move things around. Okay. I think he looks pretty darn cute. I'm gonna add some color to him, which I'm pretty excited about. And if he should have something like a cowboy hat, or if anybody has any ideas for some fun things around him, I mean, I'm just gonna add some nice little stars because he deserves the shimmer and the sparkle. All right, so real quick, we're gonna throw on some of these Inktense pencils. If you're not familiar, these guys are the Inktense pencils. They are from Derwent. No commercial, no sponsor, just love them. They're kind of awesome. So with this prawn, we're gonna use the orange and the red. And I'm gonna bust out my mega set, these nuggets here. Because there is a white. So if you get the bigger 36 set, they'll be white. You can also buy these guys by the pencil if you wish. Remember, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you like what's going on, definitely throw a like or a comment and just kind of let me know your thoughts. If you don't like what's going on, then you are just a lot of other things on YouTube. Go find something you dig. It's Sunday. Let's throw some color on him real quick. This is just like a nice quick sketch for Sunday. What I love also about the Derwent pencils is that you can pre-mix a lot of things ahead of time. Like I can try to get this real lovely orange, which seems bananas just to lay yellow on all by itself. But I know that if I mix this poppy red with this yellow, I'm gonna get an orange that is far different than what this tangerine nugget's going to give me, but it's still important. Now it looks a little rough, looks a little quick right now, but once we start adding on a little bit, or I add the water to this guy, he's gonna look gorgeous. So if anybody's got any ideas for the name of this prawn or what we should name him, go ahead and leave that in the chat. If not, that's okay, I'll figure him out. We're gonna add a little bit of blue around him, let him be just kind of living life in the ocean. Almost forgot, my people, we gotta get his sparkles colored in. All right, so a little bit of glitter. Your girl loves some glitter and loves some sparkle. All right, this charming fellow, water brush. Okay, these Pentel makes these. They are by far, I don't care what anybody else tells you, Pentel's water brush, in my humble opinion, is the best. Okay, it's got some good status. All right, so also one of these guys here, there is water in the chamber, which is phenomenal. If you ever need to fill it up, you just unscrew this here. Add some water in there. And you are good to go. Give it a little squeeze so that you see some water come out, you know, everything's working. This guy to my left is out, but this guy is not. So same thing, he operates the exact same way. Add a little squirt of water and make sure everything's working well. Okay, unicorns and rainbows. Let's roll. What I love about the water brush is you can control how much water goes on and you don't have to stop and reload your brush, which I think is awesome. So I added a lot more red up top, which when it's dry, I can always go back in with colored pencil or other things to add more detail. But if you remember in the center, it's where we added our white to layer it up. So kind of decided ahead of time where my shadow was going to be. Give its little feet. Also, for those of us just kind of jumping in, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you like and subscribe the video and subscribe to the channel. That way you can keep hanging out every weekend. Helps more people see what we got going on, what's happening in the channel, and we get to hang out together. So also don't forget to head over to moreartmoreheart.com, my retail website, and there you can pick up different stickers of my illustration, pillows, tote bags for farmers markets, anything like that. All right, let's get a little bit more water going on here so we can get the sky going on for this prawn that still needs a name. If anybody has a good idea what his name should be, definitely put it in the comment section. This right now, anything goes. You might get a chance to name new illustration that happened today. I like how some of these water lines are coming out. Yeah, with the Inktense pencils, the difference between an Inktense pencil and a watercolor pencil is that for Inktense, the color is a lot more vibrant. But yeah, if you're thinking about treating yourself to a new art supply or art material, get those. I didn't know how much I would love them the first time they were introduced to me. And they are my go-to material for almost all of my sketchbook work. A little more water out of my brush. Things are getting a little dry. Then this is, I don't know. But yeah, if somebody comes up with a name for this guy, definitely leave him in the comment section. I'm open. All right, welcome. Thank you for everybody again who's just here and jumping in. If you appreciate all of the likes and different comments, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we do a live drawing. Live come draw with me every weekend, and on Fridays I post time-lapse videos of different illustrations getting made. So this guy's wet and drying a bit. We'll take a quick opportunity to show you kind of some of the things I got going on here in my sketchbook. Just yesterday I did a kind of a composite sketch of my neighbor Potro. I love this guy. He's absolutely one of my favorites. He's super cute. Our aquarium, my notes, yeah, this is just some pages from, again, my sketchbook, little impromptu sketchbook check, little sketchbook tour. But yeah, don't forget, check out the website, subscribe to the channel. It's more heart. Hello, happy. Then this dries pretty fast, so things are looking pretty good. We'll jump right back in. All right. We can go back in, like I said before, and you can always add a little bit more highlight, or if you want it to get a little brighter. Okay. I think we did. And just add a little bit more water to the pencil I just laid down so that he gets a little brighter. He is super cute. All right, so now I've got my micron pen. I'll add some ink to him and some ink to the glitter around him. So it's one of the last things I do is I grab my micron pen, and that's when I do all of my fine line work. So I don't know, let you guys know what you think. If you guys, yeah, we'll see. It's still a little wet, so I'm kind of rushing it. So the micron's not going on as clean as it would otherwise. You guys get kind of the idea. Do his feet, and then we're all done. And thank you everybody for coming in to hang out and draw with me this afternoon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This is more heart and hello happy. And so this stuff dries pretty quick, so we can kind of get into it. But this is our guide. This is our King Prawn. We're all set. Thank you, thank you. And I will see everybody next weekend. Thanks for coming out.